Hello, Teresa.
Hello, Hannah.
How are you?
Damn, I wish there was a longer version of your name.
Yeah, I don't have a nickname that is shorter. Usually all my nicknames are longer.
Then Hannah?
Yeah.
Like Hannah Banana?
Hannah-
Fee-fi-fo Fana?
Yeah. Well, I have hands. I've gotten that one.
So that's shorter.
That's a shorter one.
And Han?
Yeah, you call me Han.
I also call you Hanlon when I want to discuss business.
Yeah, that's a new one for me.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but I call Hannah Hanlon when it's time to talk about timings, schedules, the podcast, any kind of numbers. What are we going to get Mama and Papa for this XYZ holiday?
That's true. But you add Lynn to other people's names too.
I've done it for Brian, Brinlin.
So we're your two main business associates.
Yeah, pretty much. I think, like you're the business of the podcast and our family, and he's like the business of the house.
The business of your heart.
Business of my heart. So true. But when you live with someone, like, there's logistics to discuss.
It's true. It's kind of like when you live with someone, you're running a small business.
You are.
Because you're like, okay, we got to bring in money. We got to run this thing. We got to do taxes on it.
It's really, you can really tell that we grew up in a capitalist society. Like, if you have a home with your family, it's like running a business.
It is. You are a small business owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your product is your love.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe some kids.
That's true.
Which some would argue that's also your love.
For some people.
For some people.
That's very true. So, guys, why don't you follow us?
I can never segue this properly. No. Also, welcome back to another episode of What Moms Say. I'm Tess.
I'm Hannah.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. Please follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Wherever you're listening, go hit that smash button.
Yeah, hit the smash button.
Smash the like button.
Smash the smash button.
Would smash. Can you just write would smash under our videos? Feel like we'll generate more engagement that way.
Right.
Play Smash or Pass. With all of our guests as well.
Yeah, that's great. It's the right audience we want to bring in.
Yeah, for a mom podcast. You want to know if you're going to smash or pass.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't be a mom without a smash.
You can be.
That's so true.
That's like, I can't believe you're saying that right now.
I know. But for most of the time, there's a smashing happening.
That's true.
Or a medical smashing.
Yeah, medical smash.
I got smashed medically.
I got a medically induced smash.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of gross.
It's actually cleaner.
Yeah. It also was reminding me of Jane the Virgin. Yes. She gets accidentally artificially inseminated.
That was actually one of the best shows in recent years.
I loved that show.
I think they did a phenomenal job.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah. You had something you wanted to say?
Oh, yeah. I had a topic about mom that I wanted to discuss, which was speaking of small business, her etiquette during business calls. Like all of our calls. So I can't remember what exactly she said the other day when I was over at our parents' house, but she announced something loudly as she was passing Papa's office, and he was on a work call. He works from home.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, I think he's on a call, and also you probably shouldn't yell what you just yelled. It was something mildly inappropriate. I was like, that you probably shouldn't yell that.
Hey, Hattie, what time are we fucking later?
Yeah, I'm more mad she's saying that in front of his coworkers than in front of me, but
yeah.
Par for the course. But anyways, she yelled out something, and I was like, I don't think his colleagues should have to hear what you just said. Mm-hmm. And she was like, why? It's probably funny. It probably would be funny and make their days more interesting. I was like, I don't, her connection to understanding the business world etiquette is sometimes really funny. There's a slight gap. So like a more concrete example I can think of is it's happened to me. It's happened. I think you've had to preemptively tell her,
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna be on a call. Watch your mouth.
I didn't say watch your mouth. I asked her to not sing because I had a very important interview over Zoom, and obviously we were living in the same house, and that's where her music studio is, and she'd like to like record and sing a lot in the morning. So I was like, please don't do that. And she was like, of course, I won't do that.
Yeah.
But I do think if I hadn't asked, it might have happened.
Yeah. It was also funny because at the time she was singing this song about like her being alone in the house.
Yes.
And so it would have been funny if that was overheard on the Zoom call.
I'm alone in this house. I'm alone. And they're like, what? Is there a ghost?
No, but okay, there was one time where, again, Papa was on a work call at home, and she like yelled fuck really loud. Like, I don't know what for what reason, but she was like, fuck. And then after Papa's call was over, he came out of his office and he was like, can you not yell fuck while I'm on a work call? He works at like a law firm, by the way, too. It's not like marketing or like a job where everyone's smoking weed or something.
No.
Well, they might be, but you don't discuss it.
It's immigration law. It's a very serious business.
It's serious. Anyways, he asked her like, could you not do that? And then he left the room, and she turned to me and she goes, I can't even yell fuck in my own house. I was like, Mom, you are retired. You need to let Papa keep his job.
Yeah, girl.
By not yelling.
Let him secure that bag.
I know. Literally, I'm like, yeah, that's. I was like, that's a very reasonable thing to ask, and she laughed and was like, yeah, that's true. Yeah. I was like, yeah, you can't yell fuck in the background of someone's work call.
I think sometimes Mom thinks that other people see things the same way she does, like in that situation where she's like, I think they think it's kind of funny, and I'm like, no, there's actually like serious humbugs out there, like curmudgeons who like don't find joy and shit like that. Yeah. So like you can't fuck with those people, unfortunately. Like they're boring.
Yeah, they are. But also there's like,
because I would think that was funny if like I was on a work call and I heard that, but like there's like some probably executive at this law firm who's like been working for 60 years and he's like, what is that? I don't appreciate the malarkey happening in your house, Johan.
There's also like a time and place to be yelling fuck.
Usually when you be fuck. Yeah. When you be experiencing fuck.
Yeah, I hate to experience the bad fuck. But there was another time I was on a work call. Our parents like did this month-long trip in Asheville, and me and Nikki drove up and stayed with them for a week. But I didn't take off work. I was like, I can work from their Airbnb during the day, and then we can do our little excursions. So I had a work call while I was there, and I took it from the living room area where Mom was just like hanging out on the couch with Nikki, and I was like, hey guys. I was pretending like I was addressing both of them, but I was like, I know Nikki will be quiet, but I was mainly Mom. But I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna get on this call in 5 minutes. Just want to let you know, like, I'm not gonna be muted. I'm gonna be talking on this one-on-one call with this woman I work with, who like assigns me my projects. So just want to let you know. And Mom was like, yeah, okay. And then I got on the call. I'm talking to this woman, and she's like, it's always funny when I talk to you because my daughter's name is Hannah. So it's like, it's funny, like, haha. I don't know. Wasn't that funny. But she was just pointing out the coincidence, and Mom, from the next room over, said, me too. My daughter's name's Hannah too. And I was like, oh my God. So I had to be like, I'm sorry, that's my mom. She's here with me now. And she, I guess, wanted to chime in, and she was like, oh, hi, that's okay. Like the joke didn't land. I like picked up the laptop and left. I went into the laundry room and I was like, I'm taking the rest of my call where I can close the door behind me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what is she gonna say?
Mm-hmm. I wonder, Mom, Dad, did you ever like interrupt in class? I'm wondering now, since she was a teacher, I'm wondering if she ever called out in class as a student.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
The different the professionalism levels are different from like an all adult work environment to like a kid environment. I feel like in a school it's maybe a little bit more loose. I mean, you're not yelling fuck, but you're not having to like put on like a corporate persona of like,
yes,
I'm an adult and I will do my work type of thing. I guess maybe she thinks because it's all adults, it's okay to like let some more jokes rip like that.
One time we were in a public restroom and I was in there with Mom, and I remember this other girl came into the bathroom and she was like, Mom? And our mom answered and was like, yes. And the girl like looked really confused. I was out of the stall at that point. She was like, that's definitely not my mom's voice. And I was just like, this is so awkward because that's my mom's voice, but I didn't know what to say. But I think she just ended up leaving, and I was like, that wasn't me, Mom. Or Hannah.
That was the wrong girl.
But if you say Mom, she'll respond.
Yeah. Sometimes when she doesn't respond to Mom, we say Marianne.
Yeah.
Then there's nothing
Marianne.
There's nothing like saying your parents' like government name to get their attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought Brian was about to walk in here.
He can come on the pod.
Yeah, Brian.
Maybe she said something during one of his work calls.
Should we have him come react to this story? I do have a Reddit story for you today.
Yes. And while you're pulling that up, our email is whatmomsay@gmail.com if you want to send us any stories, anecdotes, questions about moms that we can react to. We can have our mom come and react to anything you have to say, any mom related advice. It's WHATD momsay@gmail.com.
Yes, we'd love to hear from you. The story I have today is coming from Am I the Asshole? It's 2 months old. And it says, Am I the asshole for choosing a night nurse over my mom's help after I give birth? I'm pregnant with my first baby and due later this year. My mom initially offered to help for 30 days postpartum, but I've decided to hire a night nurse instead. I hate that.
Do you want to just read?
I can't read.
Do you want to start over?
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Am I the asshole for choosing a night nurse over my mom's help after I give birth? I'm pregnant with my first baby and due later this year. My mom initially offered to help for 30 days postpartum, but I've decided to hire a night nurse instead. This isn't about one incident, it's a long pattern. My mom has a history of emotional violation and unreliability. At my sister's graduation and events leading up to my wedding, she overdrank and became disruptive. A couple years ago, she also became physically aggressive with me during an argument in public. She tends to minimize concerns and avoids accountability, and despite my asking, she hasn't pursued therapy. There have also been times she's committed to helping and backed out at last minute. For example, when my dog had surgery, she promised to stay with her so I could attend my birthday dinner, then tried to cancel an hour before because she wanted to go out for drinks instead. Recently, she chose to travel to South America for elective cosmetic surgery a few months before my due date. When I voiced concern about possible complications and recovery time, especially since she'll be taking significant time off from her in-person job, she told me she, quote-unquote, can't put her life on hold because I'm pregnant and that I'm not sick. I only asked if she would consider delaying it until next year, not canceling it, but she declined. My husband and I can afford a night nurse, and I feel calmer having professional, neutral support rather than depending on someone who has historically been unpredictable. She's welcome to meet the baby. We live in different states, but I'm not comfortable relying on her for extended help. Some family members think I'm overreacting. I see this as responding to a pattern and protecting my family. Am I the asshole?
I would love to know what procedure the mom was getting that was like more important than the birth of her grandchild. Like she's like, no, honey, I have to get this BBL. You can't make me not get my BBL.
I don't care that you're pregnant. I want a fat ass. I actually do have that information. It's in the update.
Oh.
But do you want to react to this initial one and then I tell you the
Yeah,
update?
for
Okay.
sure. I obviously don't think she's the asshole for wanting reliable, calm, stress-free care and help with her baby.
Yeah, it almost sounds like, does the mom even want to do this?
Yeah, I'm almost like, maybe she didn't even need to tell her mom no. She could have been like, yeah, okay, why don't you show up? And then she won't, and then you have the night nurse on call. Like, anyways, like, yeah, it didn't matter that you didn't show up because I knew you were not gonna follow through, girl.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's nicer to have like a family member helping you, or like have your mom helping you when you're a new mom. Like, there's something special about that. But if your mom is like historically not reliable and you don't feel comfortable, then it's just best to not.
Yeah, I mean, the point of the night nurse is to relieve some stress, and it's like really awesome if you can have that service. But then it sounds like it's gonna impound the stress of like, I have a new baby, it's a lot of work, and then also I'm like freaking out about my mom, if she's gonna show up or not, or cancel at the last minute.
Yeah. I mean, she might also show up drunk, apparently. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sounds like she's got some drinking problems. Like, she also canceled taking care of her dog because she wanted to go out for drinks.
Yeah, that would make me sad if like having someone that important to me flake on something.
I'm also like, can't you go like take care of the dog for a little bit while she's at the dinner, and then you can go for drinks after she gets home? Like, just have drinks later in the night. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. What would you do? What would you say if I said that to you about like if you asked me to dog sit?
I would be so shocked because you don't even really drink.
Oh, okay.
I'd be like, what do you mean you want drinks? And well, who are you, me?
Yeah.
I feel like you would never do that.
No, I would feel so bad.
I would be like really shocked. I'd be like, are you okay? Like, this isn't you.
I would just show up drunk. If
you're not you and you're drunk.
Yeah, that's sucks to have the person that's supposed to be like a dependable presence in your life be very unreliable. Like, it's very painful. So like, not only is like a logistical toll, but an emotional toll to have your mom not showing up for you when you need her, while you're also dealing with being a new mom.
This is just annoying. It's like I don't understand why other family members are getting involved and they're like, you're overreacting. It's like, who gives a fuck? Now she doesn't have to do that work.
Yeah.
Now you can just visit your grandbaby.
When I heard that, I was curious about like what family members, like, did they grow up with this woman as their mom, like her siblings, or like random aunts and uncles are like, why are you upsetting your mom by not wanting her here in your house? But
you can still come, but there'll be a night nurse there too.
Yeah.
Like, come say hi to the baby, like come meet the baby. But like, you don't have to do any of that work. Like, maybe you could help out during the day if you decide to not go for drinks.
Yeah, that's true.
But I also didn't see anything in here about her mom specifically saying like, I'm very upset.
Yeah, we don't get sort of a detailed reaction of how that conversation went or how she let her mom know.
Yeah.
But I guess she told her mom, and the mom is expressing her feelings to their extended family.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to offer to like take care of someone's baby for 30 days, it's really not the time to leave the country and go get a procedure done right beforehand.
Yeah, because it sounds like this woman also at no point, from the way it's worded, it's not like she went out of her way to ask her mom. It sounded like the mom volunteered the help. Is that a correct assessment?
Yeah, she offered.
Yeah, that's strange. Okay, what's the update?
Okay.
Was it a BBL or not?
We'll see. Okay, here's the update. Sorry for the delay for an update. I read everyone's comments. Thanks so much for validating what I've been feeling from the very beginning of my pregnancy. I want to address a few questions/comments. I haven't gone fully no contact with her because the episodes I mentioned happened over the last 10-ish years. My mom always gets better, even though she never has properly apologized, then does it again. As her daughter, I've always hoped for the best. And yes, she's a horrible drinker, but again, she doesn't do it often, so we've turned a blind eye to it. But with my daughter coming, I can't anymore. We've gone ahead and started our baby nurse search. We will have one with us until baby is sleep trained. Have some references already, and I'm so grateful for that. My mom did go ahead with her surgery. She got a full facelift last week and looks insane.
Oh, no. She didn't go to Kris Jenner's surgeon.
No. I think she'll need a full month off work, so there's no way she could take additional time off to help me anyway. She's not the most financially stable person, and I would not want her to risk her job in any capacity. To add to the laundry list of boundaries she's crossed, she announced my pregnancy on Instagram yesterday without asking me.
Ew.
After my husband and I told her on multiple occasions she couldn't post anything without asking us first, she even announced the gender. I had only shared with very few friends via close friends on my story. She took that as a green light to share a public post on her profile. I've told her at this point we won't be having a relationship until she seeks therapy. Of course, she's gaslighting me, saying I treat her like shit and I am exaggerating, and has taken no accountability at all. Anyway, thanks for the support.
That is wild.
Yeah.
The posting of your daughter's pregnancy without her permission and the gender of the baby is really upsetting.
I actually think that's worse than the initial thing.
That is kind of like a telltale sign. What is that expression? Telltale? Are we saying telltale 2 times in a row? But anyways, that's definitely an indication that this is maybe not a person you feel comfortable being a part of this very intimate, vulnerable thing of taking care of your baby. Like,
yeah,
red flag.
I would be so pissed if someone like posted like my big announcement and the gender of my baby before I could. I'm like, that's not your information to tell. It's not your baby.
Yeah, there's also a lot of like sensitivity stuff. Like, you wait a certain amount of time before announcing a pregnancy because there's always the chance of pregnancy loss. And then, I don't know, you could have some sort of health complications. There might be reasons why you're not trying to, even if that's not the reason that you're keeping it private, like, it's still your personal information and your privacy should be protected and respected by
It's against HIPAA. It's just, you're stealing that moment away from someone else. You're like, I'm taking your big life moment and I am going to make it about me and like steal the spotlight, and now everyone can be like, look, she's gonna be a grandma. And it's like, it's just weird.
Yeah, I'm also like confused by the mom's behavior in terms of like the random benders she's going on.
It seems like every once in a while she will drink, but she drinks a lot and gets really crazy, but she's not like drinking daily. That's what it looks like.
I would almost rather know that someone is drinking daily than be like, when's the next surprise bender?
Yup.
Like, she's not even consistent with her drinking.
Yeah. Here's one of our top comments. Not the asshole. If someone has a history of unreliability, you will naturally replace them with someone more secure, even if she is your mother. If you want it to be, well, strategic, I guess you could call it, you could tell any relatives, oh, I don't want to put that burden on mom. You know, she sometimes takes on more than she should. Like the time she said she'd do X, then couldn't manage it. Get that version of events out there. Depending on what the cosmetic surgery is, I don't think you can really ask her to avoid it months before the birth, though.
Yeah, I do think it is. The only part I thought was strange was asking someone to like not go through with a procedure. Especially if maybe you already have it scheduled and planned. But yeah, I would feel in a weird position if I was asking someone like, can you not go do this surgery? But then it makes me wonder, what was the conversation about the mom being involved as a wet nurse? Because why? I'm very curious as to how.
Not a wet nurse.
Oh, sorry, not a wet.
She's not going to be breastfeeding a baby.
Night nurse. My bad. I'm very curious how the like initial agreement was maybe talked about, because if you're telling your mom you can't go get surgery to be my night nurse, and that means you were entertaining the idea of it to start with, and then maybe going back and saying never mind. So I mean, you're fully allowed to change your mind as well and be like, you know what, I've thought about it, I'm not comfortable with it. But I'm very sort of confused by what the communication has been between the mom and the daughter, and then the other parts of the family. Like, I'm like, how? I don't know. It seems maybe some stuff was kind of murky.
Yeah. People get so weird with families and stuff, and they feel like they can butt in and like voice their opinion when it literally has nothing to do with them at all.
Yeah.
Like, I've also read a lot of stories where like a family member will get another family member for not helping out their sister enough, or blah 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 enough. They're like, you need to take them in, you need to take care of them, you need to give them money, you need to and it's like, okay, well, then you do it.
Yeah, I feel like stuff has happened like that in our extended family too.
It's like, oh, if you think that this person should give a shit ton of money or open up a room in their house for this other person, what's stopping you from doing that for them?
Yeah.
Why don't you take out a loan and give it to them? Why don't you open up a space in your home? Oh, it's not so fun now when it's your fucking responsibility.
Yeah, I don't understand why people feel entitled to.
It's like, why do you
lecture someone how to be with
their that you're not a part of that relationship. So it's weird for people to come in and be like, you need to let your mom take care of your baby. It's like, why do you care who's taking care of my baby?
Yeah, like, do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to make sure she's showing up every day and like
are on top of her? Why don't you have her take care of your baby if you think she's such a good caretaker?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Someone said, manipulative / narcissistic people will always find a way to try to make themselves look so generous, so kind, so helpful. It's entirely set up to trap their victim. In this case, the victim will be a brand new mom and baby. OP alluded to special health considerations about pregnancy and baby that doctor insisted you have the professional certified night nurse. This is what my doctor said is necessary. I'll be acting on his advice and in my child's best interest. I don't know if she's a narcissist. Like,
yeah, I know we talked about the last time we were on this topic. You like it's not great to throw around labels or diagnoses, even just based on like one story from a person where you don't know the full history. I can see how the mom is exhibiting traits of narcissism, but
I mean, I don't even really see any like big narcissistic traits in this story. Like, it just seems like she's not reliable. She can overdrink sometimes, and she's going to get like a facelift. That doesn't necessarily mean she's a narcissist.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, she did post the thing online, but
she posting the thing online and it maybe like bad mouthing her daughter to the rest of the family. So she's the one that looks
to me
like
hey,
the one that's
kind of a bitch.
Yeah. Sometimes if you think someone's a narcissist, they're actually just a bitch.
They're actually just kind of a little bit of a bitch. Or they could have something else. Like, there's other diagnoses that you can put on people, and they do very similar things.
That's true.
And also, people can have narcissistic traits and not be a full-blown diagnosed narcissist.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
That's true. Very true. I think the sad part of this story, and reminds me of something we talked about in this interview we had on this episode, is the lack of community people have, just in general. And when you're having a baby and bringing a new person into the world, you want to be surrounded by love and support and have resources and community help. And this girl has like none of it. Like, her mom is not gonna be here for her, and then it seems like her extended family's making her feel shitty for how she's deciding to raise her kid and how and when she's getting help. Like, it's a bummer. Like, you want to be uplifted and supported. What?
She does have a husband.
No,
like,
but yeah, you have
there.
your partner, but I'm talking about community.
Yeah.
Like, beyond the people that live under your roof.
Well, maybe like this night nurse is gonna like become that for her. Like, I know they're paying her, but like you can still have like a really, really good relationship with like the childcare that you hire in your house. Like, they can like become part of the family.
It's true.
So
yeah,
things are looking up. Everything's gonna be your baby's gonna be safe and happy because she's gonna get specialized care with someone who like has studied this and like is being paid, so they are gonna be professional and like do a good job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Is that like the final update?
That is the final update. There's no other comments from OP. Everyone did decide that she was not the asshole. That was the consensus on this post.
Yeah.
Obviously, because
I agree, not the asshole, but I would want more information about how this conversation even came about, or what the daughter initially agreed to, or how she communicated certain things. But
okay, you want more information?
Yeah, yes. I'm curious. Maybe it wasn't handled very well, but at the end of the day, you need to respect a mother's decision to make the right choice for her family and her baby.
Yeah, sit back, grandma. Just go visit your baby, your grandbaby.
Yeah.
Baby grand.
Your baby grand.
Speaking of babies, we had just had our 12th guest come in today and sit down with us for an interview.
We've had a jury's worth of guests.
A jury's worth. I like that. Now you can decide, are we guilty or non-guilty?
Or an egg.
An egg?
Dozen eggs.
Oh. Next week we'll have a baker's dozen.
Yay.
Woo.
Let's think of things in terms of food only.
Yeah, I'm so hungry. So the person we have on today is a comedian. She's a podcaster. She is the owner of a brand new comedy club here in Houston, and it's really, really fucking awesome. She's performed all over the country. She's opened up for so many amazing people like Ronnie Chang, Nimesh Patel, Maria Bamford, Mo Amma, Rosebud Baker, and on and on and on. She's also a yoga teacher. She's had so many jobs since I've met her, and like been running so many businesses. So like her resume is very vast and extensive.
Girl boss.
And she is a new mom to like the cutest kid I've ever seen in my life. So we got to talk with her about that today. This interview is more about what it is like being a mom rather than us talking to someone about their mom.
I liked it because she has a wife, so it was like, it's nice to talk to a gay mom.
Yeah, her wife gave birth, and we get into all of that, and I'm really excited we had her on, so please give it up for Janan.
Life's a bitch, Hannah's gay, Tess got too many bills to pay, so they get together with Lily May and ask each other what mom say. They ask each other what mom say.
Oh my God, welcome to our podcast, Janan.
Welcome.
How are you? Why did it feel so awkward all of a sudden?
Because we started.
Yeah, we did start.
We were just hanging out before, and now the camera's on.
Yeah, it's got serious.
It's so weird because we'll have guests come in and like beforehand it's like super cool vibe, super chill, and then the podcast starts and all of a sudden they're like, I don't remember anything about my mom, and then the podcast
Wait, I have a
ends
mom?
and it's really cool again.
Yeah, we get there.
We do get there eventually. Oh, you found the bunny?
Yeah, it's just, I'm assuming everyone plays with this, and this is the
No,
emotional
you're the
support.
second person to
Really?
touch it.
The only other person who played with the bunny was Colin Sledge.
Dang it, am I autistic?
Yes, actually. Yes, you are.
It's a sensory toy.
I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I have this new theory where I think every man is autistic.
I agree.
Thank you.
And I also think a lot of women. I think
I think a lot of
have a
women
hot
are
take.
too.
I have a hot take.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as neurodivergency. There is us being humans, and then there's capitalism that labels everyone as neurodivergent. Our brains are working as they should. We should be distracted. We should be like, "Well, I can't concentrate," or "I really like this specific thing." That's normal.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. I think it's just a new way for people to make themselves feel more special.
Okay.
I do think there are some people who legitimately
you have
Well, of course.
neither of you have watched Love on the Spectrum, have you?
Okay, well there's that, and then there's like the people we do comedy with that are like,
Yeah.
I'm autistic, and I'm like, you're fine.
I had someone last night, an audience member in the show, who was just a little drunk. She's like, "I'm autistic," and I'm like, "No."
No, you're drunk.
First of all, you're drunk right now, and second of all, there's no way. I know actual people who are on the spectrum.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you think very differently than 99% of other humans. So moms,
Yeah,
this is a mom
Your
podcast.
You're a mom. You're a new mom.
I'm a new mom, newish. She's almost 2.
Okay, that's new.
It still feels pretty new because like everything we haven't had her second one yet, and so obviously every day is new with her.
Is pregnancy afoot?
Is that a what?
You know, like a foot. Like it's coming
a
along.
foot. I
Yeah.
thought you said a fit. Did you hear that?
No, I heard the weird way she worded the question. I was like, well, I've never heard someone ask
Is
it in that way.
pregnancy a foot?
Is it happening? Is it on the horizon?
It's on the horizon.
Okay. Is
Yeah,
it your
we-
turn now, or
No. So I'm the type of mom that's kind of a weirder type of mom in that I'm a female that has a child, but I didn't do any of the childbirth stuff.
yeah,
So basically,
sick deal.
it's amazing. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful I married someone that wanted to be pregnant. We didn't have to like draw straws or like be like, oh, I guess we gotta get a surrogate. We, thank God, Maria really wanted to be pregnant. So, and so she wants to, she's fine having more. So yeah, it's going to go into her oven. And once again, I will be the baker. I will gather the ingredients.
And you'll put them in.
And as bakers do, I will give them all to a doctor. And then the doctor will put in the oven
Yeah. There we go.
But
Amazing.
you'll be in the room.
during that one time that it all goes in the oven.
Yeah,
So
you're present.
I get to be there and wearing scrubs. And I watch it happen on a little monitor because they're like videoing it happening, and it's this like scientific little moment. And then you know what's crazy?
Really, really cool.
Yeah, I didn't
that
know you
you're
could
watching
watch
the moment
that.
happen.
It's pretty cool. And here's the crazy thing though. They do a little printout of like kind of like an ultrasound. They do a little printout of the moment that it leaves and it like is in Maria. And because it's so tiny, they have to have like a little pointer pointing at it. And when they gave me the printout, the little hand is like this.
It looks like a gun, finger gun?
No, opposite. It was like the Monopoly hand. It had a little cuff link and stuff.
Oh, my God.
And it was like, there it is. And I asked the doctor, I'm like, do y'all Photoshop a cuff link on this little hand? And he looked at it, he's like, I thought I was the only one that noticed that. So me and the doctor
No one's
bonded.
ever asked. They're all more focused on
Yeah, well,
the
none
other
of them
detail. Yeah.
comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah. So new mom, it's all new because she's growing older every day, and every day I'm like, but what? What's next? What are you doing now? So
Is the beginning kind of boring, or are you like? I've heard from a lot of people like, oh, they don't really do much the first 6 months or something.
It is potato that you are keeping alive for like 6 weeks. Okay. The first 6 weeks is like little kind of alien movements. They're just like, And you're like, are you hungry or you want you poop?
Like,
What's
you
happening?
good,
What's
homie?
happening? Yeah. And they're cute because they're your kid, but like objectively, it is kind of like the thing that comes out of the pot in Harry Potter, the mandrake.
Yeah.
It's just like they're kind of creepy looking.
And the scream can kill you.
But it's just you're just so tired. People are so tired because unless you're like rich and you have like a night nurse, like some people have, there's something to do every 2 hours. So it's like it's like just take shifts sleeping. So it's good that they don't require much because you couldn't give much more than just basic survival things like food and water. And no, wait, hold on, don't give a baby water.
Yeah.
Learn that.
Wow. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can.
I've been giving babies waters for years.
Test.
After a certain age, they can have water.
Yeah, over 6 months old, they can have water, but under 6 months old, it will kill them.
Why are PSA? Why are human babies like the most
Delicate
little bitch
because we
babies of the animal kingdom?
So we're adults. we're extremely delicate.
Like a giraffe like plops out her kid and Amelia is just like following her, walking after her, and like eating the leaves or whatever. Probably.
But the giraffes didn't build skyscrapers.
They are a skyscraper. They don't have to build it.
Oh well, they didn't. I'm trying to say, look at what humans do though with our lives.
That's true. That's true. We've done some pretty cool things.
Also some messed up things.
Yeah.
Yeah, some horrific.
We've done messed up things to the skyscrapers.
Okay.
Have you ever been in a building like that when there's like a storm and you can feel it moving?
No. I would avoid that at all costs.
It is so terrifying because skyscrapers they move slightly when
they're engineered to do that too.
I don't like that.
Yeah, they
have
are
little
engineered to do
like
that.
Areas in their basement where they can like slide around on these little skates.
Ew. Ew. I don't want the building to be slipping and sliding around.
Oh no. Well, speaking of slipping and sliding around, how's this for a transition? Diapers are pretty bad. That's like the next phase is after 6 months they start eating solid foods, and that's when I was like, that's when me not being the birth mom, I was like, oh, I'm the dad, because I was like like I could not deal with the smell of poop, and to this day we call it undercover mommy. I go like this, and this is how I change her diapers. I have to, because I will gag, and then she'll feel bad. You know, it's rude.
The baby.
Isabel's laying there like, I didn't want this either.
Yeah.
I would prefer that we didn't poop or I pooped somewhere nicely. So if I'm like, changing her diaper,
looking at her.
Yeah, she's just laying there like, hey.
It's going to give her a complex.
Yeah, exactly.
You're protecting her feelings.
So I go undercover.
I have gag changing a diaper babysitting. I'm like, ugh.
I love it. Yeah, it's not fun to wipe another person's ass, even if it's a tiny ass.
It's the smell. I don't even care about the look. It's just the smell.
I hate the whole process because we babysat the same baby.
Yeah.
And
we've wiped the same ass.
We've wiped the same asses. And I'm just like, oh, God, this whole thing is just like not a fun time.
It's just the smell. But I don't know if I'm more sensitive to it because I'm just kind of a baby myself. But Maria has far less of a problem with it than me. So I don't know. That's what I get for being gay and not putting my semen in someone.
So sorry. No.
Damn.
When does the diaper stage end? Like, when do kids learn how to potty
by
themselves? No.
I thought you would know.
I know I'm a nanny. I should
you're
know.
a nanny.
But
they're older.
It's like between 2 and 3.
Okay. I've never worked with a kid who was like
transitioning.
Well, I think I have, but I didn't remember how old they were. It's been a long time since I worked with a...
Isabel's about to start. She's almost 2, but she's a little early, but she's showing signs of wanting to, because she'll go pee-pee, pee-pee, and then, which is like them... She's not actually peeing or anything. She just kind of understands a few times a day, I just need to go sit on the toilet. So she goes, pee-pee, and then we go sit on the toilet, and then literally her butt touches the toilet. She goes, all done, like nothing happens. We just pull her diaper back on, and then she's like getting the muscle memory of like, I should pee, so I sit on the toilet.
She sees you guys pee, so she should pee too.
Yeah, and
That's
her
really
school,
cute.
she goes to a fancy school, where they have a little training toilet, not in the room, but it's like right it's like very
prison.
close. It's very, very close. And it's only covered by a half wall, so it is kind of in the room.
Okay.
Because they have, it's not like she's only in there with other 18 months old kids. It's like a range all the way up to 3. And so the older kids have to go there and the younger kids see them doing it. And so it's a communal place. Yeah. So the older kids
like
start
the older
teaching.
cool kids,
They pee.
they pee. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very European to have a toilet
a-
with like a little half wall just in the.
It's a Montessori school.
Yeah.
So
There we go. That
Montessori
makes sense.
is, I think, Italian. Montessori.
Was so she says words. What was her first word? I think I asked you this a while ago.
Well, babies make babbling noises that we then interpret as a word. So technically your first word was dada, and she would call me dada. And then I was like, oh, I guess the Lord did intend it to be
Yeah, where did
short
she
hair-
get the
short-
vocabulary for that?
Exactly. We don't know.
She's
'Cause you're not telling her
homophobic.
to-
She's like, "Where's my dad?" Honestly.
Yeah. Oh, short hair, dada.
Yeah.
Well, no. So D phonetically is like the first sound that usually a baby will make no matter what. And that's why, that's like a whole thing where moms are like, say mama. And the kid's like, dada. It's because M comes later usually. It's usually D, B, and then M. So anyway, D. But then the first word was probably teta, which means bottle in Spanish. That's what we call her, bottle teta.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does your wife speak only Spanish to her?
We do a mix. I also
Okay.
speak Spanish.
Oh, I didn't know
Un
that.
poquito. Estoy aprendiendo. Para 2 años, pero no sé muchas palabras. Mi acento es muy bueno, ¿sí?
What is happening?
I didn't pick up a lot of that,
No.
but you do have a good accent.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I do have a
I
really
could tell
good
you were
accent.
definitely speaking Spanish for real.
Yeah.
You weren't doing the thing that people do where they go Ueste la biblioteca.
Yeah. Well, that's
Donde-
real wrong.
Yeah, you didn't say
You said
You
nothing.
mixed in some French. In
I
there.
did. Où est la bibliothèque?
Exactly.
I was doing my Duolingo last night and someone was asking me what I was learning. I was like, oh, I have French in here. Like, that's what I studied in school. And they're like, why'd you study French? Like, it's useless. Like, you're never going to use it.
Well, you go to
And
Belgium.
I was like,
you're
well-
Belgian.
Well, it's useful when half your family lives
Yeah.
in another country.
Rude.
Yeah.
They're
Where they
being-
speak
Hey,
French.
they're being
Yeah,
racist.
haters.
Too. That's someone actually being racist to a white woman.
Whoa. I can claim it.
No, I'm just kidding. Prejudice, maybe.
Can
but
I
not-
say it?
No.
Oh, that's right. I'll only do it if somebody gives me $1 million. I
Exactly.
think that's what we decided.
we did.
It'd be
Adam-
a good game show.
Adam Radcliffe asked me basically like how much money it would take for me to say like any joke on stage, which basically was just like the N-word or something. And I was like, $1 million. He was like, oh, you
Okay.
actually do it?
Hold
And I'm
on.
like, yeah, for
Hold
$1
on.
million?
What about 900,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
800,000.
Yeah.
600,000.
Yes.
500,000.
I mean,
Hold on.
this
We're
is
gonna-
like
let's
you're
get-
very bad at negotiating.
No. Let's get to what your bottom
Yeah,
is.
the bottom.
Okay?
I think
200,000.
No.
You wouldn't do it for $200,000.
Wait.
Would you?
I wouldn't do it for any amount of money.
Wow.
You wouldn't do it for any amount of money. Are you serious? What?
Yeah, I
Respect.
want to go to heaven. Sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm Muslim.
You're definitely going to hell.
Yeah. No, those situations I always say I won't do anything for any amount of money, but I guess if it was real, it would have to be billions. Like I'd have to be able to change the world because I won't.
Just to say one word one time on a stage.
Mm-hmm.
That's so crazy to me.
I'm not motivated by money.
I guess
I'm
you're
motivated
better
by
than me.
changing the world. No, I'm different.
I'm motivated by changing my life.
She's better than you.
Yeah. I have
I
to
call
accept
it
that most
separate
people
but
are.
equal.
Right.
That's actually worse. I don't know. I just think that, like, I said this too. Afterwards, I'd be like, guys, I did that for $1 million. I
you're
think
not
most
allowed to
people
do that
would
in this situation.
understand. No, you can.
No, you're not.
Yeah, that wasn't a stipulation.
The stipulation is that you will just go on record as being the person that said that. You can't defend yourself, nothing. It just has to be.
When it was brought to me, there was not that stipulation.
Okay, well,
if that is a stipulation, I would not do it. Maybe that's what happened with the Papa John CEO.
And Paula Dean.
Yeah.
And
this person and this person and this person.
All of them. They got paid to do
If you want to be famous, you have to say it, and then you sell your soul.
Exactly.
I was going to ask, with your child, how do you differentiate like mom versus mom?
We don't.
Like you're both mom.
Mommy. Like M-A-M-I. Mommy.
Oh, okay.
Mommy is like how her little voice is. And we just, I don't know how to describe it. We just know who she wants.
Okay.
I really don't get it. We just know which mommy she wants.
Intuition.
And like, so, every now and then we'll be
She's never been like, no, different mommy.
She says no, like, but she won't go now like that. She'll be more like she'll be like, mommy, and Maria will go to her, and then she'll just keep saying mommy, and Maria will be like, oh, other mommy, and then I'll come over.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's good.
But she does love saying no right now. She says it happily. And to things that she means yes. She just really likes the feeling of it. I'll be like, you want more? She'll be like, no. And then I'll like take it away. And she's like, more. And I'm like, you said no. And she's like, no. But then like takes it like, yes. It's
really God, cute. She's going to be the best woman.
It's amazing.
At some point, society like takes that out of you.
No, it won't. Okay. Not our baby. Look at me.
Yeah, no, for sure.
No, she's not gonna see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're proud feminists.
Yeah. In this household, no actually means no.
Mm-hmm.
No means no.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I used to have a shirt that said that. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah, how was the like going through getting pregnant and all of that for you guys?
Yeah.
I know you mentioned sort of like a little bit of a struggle period before it all went down.
Yes, so we waited 10 years into our relationship to have a kid. Because when we first got together, I mean, we were in our mid-20s, late 20s. We were just like, we're never having kids. Woo! We're just going to enjoy our lives. I love traveling. Like, it was like that. And toward like our early 30s, we were like, well, it's maybe, but we don't need to. We're not those people. We don't need to have a kid.
Yeah.
And then toward our mid-30s, it was like, we're going to really regret it if we don't do this. Like, what the hell is our life for unless it's like for growing the cool family that we are? Because it's not like I need to like live vicarious through my kids. I don't give a shit about that. I want them to have happy lives. It's more just like family means the most to me, and I would like to have more people in it, So when we decided to do it, it was obviously a very long process because we don't just, hot dog in a bun like y'all would.
Yeah, you have to be.
Y'all would.
Yeah, wait, what?
I'm sorry. y'all straight. So I'm pointing at.
There's a cufflink on the end of that finger pointing at you.
Yeah.
What's happening?
We're
shaming you.
She's the one getting pregnant. I was the one getting mentally ready. I mean, she was too. But I would say throughout our relationship, Maria's always been a little bit more emotionally mature than me. Like, I'm a little bit more happy-go-lucky. I'm the artist. I'm creative. La, la, la. And Maria's just like, went to college for a very specific purpose, got a specific job, and has a great career. Like, she's that person in our relationship. So it's awesome because she's super stable, and I bring other qualities.
So really, you're the girl.
That's very sexist. When people are like, "Who wears the pants?" I'm like, "No one. We just go around pantsless. Like, there's no.
We're Winnie the Pooh style in the house.
Talking about our pants in the relationship. We just do. We like tag team everything. So, because there was a point where I did make more money than Maria. It was 8 years ago. But I did.
And you'll never forget. Did you like that time in your life? You did? Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it just felt nice to take care of the person I'm with.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking about how I can catch up to her. So we compete with like who can win
in a healthy way.
In a healthy way.
Yeah.
And who can win in the end. So anyway, back to what your original question was. She was pregnant, and I've always done therapy. That's another podcast. Deep into therapy, my brain just like went nuts for a little bit. I guess the looming responsibility of being a parent and not just like being a good person to this little baby, but also like making sure they don't die, you know, because that part's really scary. It's like there's no one but us that like your dog's barking a lot. Is your dog okay?
I know. I really wish she would stop.
You could just not have a dog.
Oh my God, that's my baby. I told Hannah yesterday I want to get her a shirt that says "Mommy loves me."
Let me get the eye roll on camera.
That's what we're gonna clip. Just that.
Yeah, if you're not watching, watch that part.
I was saying, I had a Menty B. I had a real bad Menty B when Maria was 4 months pregnant. So like it was a thing where like my nervous system just was like, and I could not function. And on top of it, my brain was like, your wife's pregnant and you're doing this. So I was like guilty on top of having a big, huge emotional breakdown. I had to take a month off of work and I just cried 24/7. I did the thing where it looked like I was on crack and I walked on the streets and just talked. Literally, not the streets, like my neighborhood, but
Yeah.
I didn't just like walk 20 miles. And it was like my childhood coming up to my consciousness and me, like, you know, I very much believe in doing inner child work. I think we all are children that just live in a adult body. Like that's all that's
true.
happening.
Yeah.
And we oftentimes are an asshole to our own child self because that's what we were taught to do, is suppress kids being bad or like too emotional or like not following the rules. So anyway, this part of my brain came out to be like, I need help. And I got help. Thank God I have an amazing support system. And okay, this is coming in handy now.
Yeah.
And
Your inner child wants the bunny.
and what was I saying? Oh, so I'd eventually, you know, like months went by during the pregnancy and I was still like on edge, but it all came to like a crescendo when Isabel was born. So Hurricane Beryl sparked the birth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was
stress-induced pregnancy?
Pressure induced.
Barometric
Pressure.
I didn't realize there could be a scientific.
Yeah, I didn't know the weather could cause someone to go
During
into labor.
hurricanes, a lot of early births happen because of that.
Oh my God.
So Isabel was born a month early, like unexpectedly. So I had just crawled out from under the rock of having that mental breakdown and finally decided to start doing comedy again. And I got booked at the Hollywood Improv in LA. So I flew out to LA, and as I was flying out to LA, Hurricane Beryl was like, it's going to come. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll be back in a few days. And, no one thought it was going to be that intense, yada, yada. I fly home. Oh, and that's the first time I had a panic attack on stage by the way, if they watch this, the host of the show, thanks for having me. But just so you know, I had a panic attack.
I would love to come back to the Improv in Hollywood. Yeah.
First and only time it's happened, a panic attack. Not before, but on the stage. And that's why you memorize your set, ladies and gentlemen.
Was it noticeable that you were having a panic attack on stage?
I don't think so, because I had someone take a video and I watched it back later, and it wasn't my best set of my whole life, but you couldn't tell I was panicking. So that's why I mememorized.
Yeah,
my
you weren't
set.
like, fuck.
You're just on the floor.
Sorry guys, I'm having a panic attack.
Can anyone call 911? My tummy hurts a lot.
I feel like I'm having a heart attack. Anybody else? What about you?
Yeah. So anyway, I fly home and we go to a routine ultrasound. The power's off, by the way, in like most of the city because the hurricane had just come through. Routine ultrasound, because IVF pregnancy, you do more of them than usual. We show up, then the nurse does blah, 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 on Maria, and then goes and leaves the room. Comes back with the doctor. The doctor goes blah, 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 and then holds Maria's hand and goes, you're going into labor right now. Your amniotic fluid is gone. So, like, if we hadn't gone to that routine ultrasound, Isabel would have been a stillborn baby.
Oh, my God.
It was, like, not luck, but, like, very good that we had such regular appointments because the fluid had left Maria, like, at least a day or two ago, which
That's when your water breaks, right?
No. Amniotic fluid is what feeds the baby.
Okay.
So, like, Isabel was starving, essentially.
Oh.
Yeah, and Maria's water had broken and she hadn't noticed. Because, like, that's another myth that it just... Like the movies, just like, oh my God, it doesn't. Sometimes it's a trickle, and you don't notice. You think it's pee, or you're just
It's not a big splash.
There's a lot
out
going
there.
on down there.
Yeah.
So you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, who knows
Yeah.
at that point?
Liquids are coming out.
And, you know, I had just come from a yoga class, and Maria was also in her gym clothes. And we were just like, what? We hadn't built the nursery yet because we still had a month.
Yeah.
So it had to be induced labor. It wasn't naturally yet. Maria tried to do it without epidural, which is an induced labor happens through a drug called Pitocin, and the contractions that it produces are extremely regular, but also very like they're not very far apart from each other. And when they contract, it's like 10 out of 10 pain.
Yeah.
So she had contractions like once every few minutes for 12 hours without an epidural.
Oh my gosh.
And then finally was like, give me an epidural. Because she wasn't dilating fast enough. That's why it lasted so long. So we were up all night with that. You know, long story long, we did eventually have a child come out. It was not easy. Maria is a freaking champ. I'm going to get choked up.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I don't like, that's where I'm the dude. Because I'm like, I'm never going to do that. I'm too scared. I feel way too scared to be pregnant, first of all. And then the birth part, like Maria, anyone who get like that is, we're so much stronger than men. Like we are just so much stronger than men.
There's something very like metal rock and roll about like pushing another human out of your body.
Yeah, it is.
It's like,
It's hardcore,
yes,
man.
it's like physically insane. It's also mentally like that's so hardcore. And the things that women go through after they have birth is like there's not enough support that our culture gives women after they give birth. We're just kind of like, all right, rest for a little bit, and then I guess you're like just now you're taking care of a kid, you know. Now
no,
you
it's
can go
actually
back to work.
crazy that they're like, okay, now go home.
Mm-hmm. And like,
Even though like your whole bottom half was just ripped open.
mm-hmm. And it's not that women just want to sit around and do nothing after they give birth either. It's not like we're like, please, we can't. Like it's not that. Like I want to be, if I was someone that gave birth, I'd want to still be a fully functioning member of society, like doing cool stuff at work and like making things happen, and you know being like having ample support after giving a kid, like just having other folks understand. It doesn't have to be, oh, I need more maternity leave. It can just be like, hey, maybe just get it, and maybe stop having all of our metrics that we get judged upon be based on a male's performance.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, also after you give birth, you need to rest.
Yes.
Like you just did something like really, really intense. I can't remember what country I read this about, but there's like in their culture, I think it's somewhere in Asia, like after a woman gives birth, they go send her like to a spa for like a week, and like someone else like kind of like takes care of the baby for a sec.
How does the baby get breastfed? I'm assuming.
Know.
Maybe the baby goes too, but then someone else is there to be like, let me just take him for a little bit.
There's just like a pampering kind of thing that happens because like, yeah. I mean,
we went home to a house because of the hurricane. We stayed in the hospital for 4 days. Isabel was cleared to leave after a day, but Maria had to stay extra days because it was a very hard birth on her body, and there's a lot of recovery for her. And so when we got discharged, Center Point, we had an app, and it's just like, okay, you're good. I'm like, all right, we're going home. And as we were driving home, the power went out in our house. And this is, by the way, July.
Oh, everyone's going to be
So we showed up to our
hot.
house, and it was like 90 degrees inside of the house. And our baby is like, like me and the newborn, like, whoa. And so we had to then just leave our house and go to Maria's. We went to Maria's mom's house in the Woodlands, where we had power, and so we were there for like 2 nights, not even our own home. And then finally got back to our house, and yeah, it was a blur because we were so tired. And then rightfully so, Maria needs tons of support, and I'm trying my hardest not to be selfish and be like, oh, I'm also tired. I was like, huh, okay, I gotta be just the guy right now. And people always expect the guy after the birth you just gotta step up and like do everything, and like because you didn't give birth. And it's true, it's so true.
Yeah.
And I can't also just be like, I'm not tired. You know, like I was also physically like, dang, this is hard.
Yeah.
There was a lot of tears. Not like, we can't do this and we give up. Not like that, but just like, I'm sure y'all have been so effing tired to the point where you're just like, I'm just going to cry.
And when I'm tired, anything will make me cry. I was tired the other day and I was rolling a cooler and I rolled over a roly-poly and I was like, this is awful. I hate being here right now.
Aww.
Yeah.
Wait, I wanted to circle back just a second. So I know you had this kind of like mental crisis right before she was born. So was it her coming into the world that made that kind of just like stop and you're like, I gotta just knock in?
It was more of a slow fade back to normal because even after she was born, like fatigue will bring things up, you know, like it, like, then that's why there's so many bad parents, by the way. I don't care. I'm going to judge you. But that's why there's so many bad parents is because like they don't heal from their stuff. And then when it's people's true selves come out when they're really challenged and they're really tired and they're really like, you know, emotionally drained. Like whatever your lowest is, like that's, you know, that's like what you haven't worked through yet. And so it was a slow fade. I will pat myself on the back. I will always do my own work so that I'm a better person to the people around me, always. And it was just a culmination of that. Like I just had to fucking heal from some stuff that I just didn't know was gonna come up. Like it wasn't like I didn't want to heal before and then suddenly it's like, hey, it was whenever we are as human beings about to embark on something where we're expanding our level of responsibility, that growth, that change from small to something bigger or like doing something bigger will take something from us. Like we will have to go deeper inside of ourselves than we have ever gone before and like confront things that then on the other side of it, provided that we like pass the test of being able to do that our responsibility is expanded. So it was a slow fade. And I'd say I feel as of like 6 months ago, I feel back to normal.
Yeah.
But leveled up.
Yeah.
You
And
beat
feel
the-
stronger
Yeah.
than yesterday.
Yeah.
Is that Kelly Clarkson? Loneliness ain't killing me no more.
We're gonna get
am
copyrighted.
stronger. Oh no,
Isn't
that's
that Britney?
yeah, it's Britney. It's Stronger by Britney.
I don't know
Yeah.
that song at all.
Oh.
What's wrong with me?
It's really
Britney Lynn
good.
Spears?
I don't like pop music, but because that song's so like
do love
a part of my
Britney.
childhood, it was a good one.
So was this like? Yeah, you mean you don't have to get into specifics, but were these fears based around like your child experiencing some of what you had experienced in childhood, or was it just like something else, like a
You
fear
can ask.
of?
I'll be direct, and if I don't want to answer, I'll just be like, I'll give you a fake answer. But anyway,
You can just say no comment.
no, it's
None
okay.
at all. I mean, well, I don't want you to have to like go into anything from your childhood you don't want to discuss.
Oh, that's so kind of you. It's okay. I have boundaries.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm a yoga teacher. Wait, what was the question? Oh, no. So it was more like, because I've always known growing up, like, and bless my parents, I'm not sitting here just like, they're tyrants. Like, they were tyrants at times, you know? They didn't have me super young, but they were like in their early 20s, you know? And I'm the oldest, and it was the 80s and the 90s. Parenting was very different. I'm of mixed race, so I had just like so much. Oh, I was raised like very religiously as well. So hashtag religious trauma. Do y'all have that?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Catholic stuff.
Okay,
Catholic
cool.
guilt.
Times it by 1,000,000, and that's
Yeah.
Muslim guilt.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
gay Muslim guilt.
our mom left the Catholic Church while we were growing up, so we
That's
actually got
cool.
to see her break away.
She was
from
working
that.
through her religious trauma.
Oh,
Yeah, she has
Yeah.
way more than we do.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, I grew up Muslim in the great state of Texas. So I just had an amalgamation of like, you know, and I like weird things in terms of the communities I was in. So it wasn't like just at home. So I was always really clear once I became a young adult, like I know how not to be. Very much so. Got it. Like there's so many things where there's no feeling of wanting to repeat things that ever occurred. Like when I get angry, my knee-jerk reaction is not to hit. It's to kind of just ball up and like, I might yell, but it's never like a crazy abusive tirade or anything like that. So however, that's the thing that usually happens with folks when they've experienced some sort of traumatic experience and then they don't, like instead of them outwardly, taking it out on other people, they'll oftentimes just take it inwardly on themselves and then not even realize it. Yeah. So my concern with, like, I think what this Menty B, that stands for mental breakdown, just if anyone is like Gen X or higher listening to this.
That was also for me. I did not know that.
Have you ever heard that phrase?
Menty B.
Having a Menty B.
It's a millennial way of...
it sounds very Gen Z.
It's
MTV.
Like, it's millennials trying to be Gen Z.
Got it. It sounds like MTV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Y'all were around for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wasn't allowed to watch it because I'm Muslim. I was having a fear that because of everything that had happened to me as a kid, I would be mentally unfit. Like, I would just keep having panic attacks.
Okay.
I would just like be unavailable emotion. Like, I would just be like having to go to therapy so much, or like even end up in a mental institution of some kind, like some sort of like rehab center, because I was afraid my brain would break without control, without the ability to control it. Like, I was just
it's
afraid.
Almost like you went crazy because of the fear of going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then at some, I never like grabbed a knife or a pill bottle and was like going to do it, but at the fear that my brain would break to the point that I would commit suicide scared the fuck out of me. It scared me so bad, because I just like got into a not very good brain like thought loop of like realizing, oh, sorry, that's my mommy alarm probably telling me to remember something to pick up for Isabel. Yep. Slide to stop. Sorry.
You're good.
It says, don't commit suicide. Got it.
And that's how you fixed it.
Yeah, I just set a series of alarms.
once a day you get an alarm. Please don't kill yourself. You do have a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that was my fear, is that I would like think, oh, there's all these people in the world who have killed themselves. What had them want to do it?
Yeah.
And they probably didn't want to do it.
And like, it was probably their kid.
We just talked before we started rolling about how some people tell jokes that are like, you can't say that. And then
I can say that we were discussing a pedophilic incest joke. So
yeah.
This is much lighter than that.
Ranks lower.
This is just a suicide joke.
Yeah. All right. Sorry for being such a prude.
It's okay.
So, yeah, the idea of me going crazy, or just like essentially having too much anxiety all the time. Just
I really relate to this, because this has actually been a reason why I haven't wanted to have kids in the past. Because I'm like, if I have a kid, I don't have the freedom to have a Menty B.
You don't.
Like, I'm not allowed to just like fuck around and like fall off the deep end. Like, I can't, because something is going to be relying on me, and if I do that, it's going to fuck them up for life.
Well, that's true, but let me tell you something.
So creepy. Yeah, I looked over and the bunny was pointing at you.
There is a middle path to everything. Life does not happen in black and white in extremes, because like our brains will go to an extreme so that it tries to protect us from that crazy thing that might happen. However, every day, every hour is different. There are some days or hours in which I need a lot of support, and that is why a 2-parent household is like really nice, because you can always rely on that other parent. Well, fingers crossed they're not an asshole. And why raising a baby takes a village. So like having your in-laws around, or your friends that you super trust, and cousins and that kind of stuff. The American way of families is capitalism, white society.
Everybody is threatening me.
Capitalism, white society fragments families.
Yeah,
we're taught to like move out early and like get your own, and like strike out your own luck and that kind of stuff. Well, in other cultures, it's pretty communal for most of your life, and there's a reason for that.
Well, you have to spend more money if you're not attached to community.
Exactly.
I don't know who to look at, you or the bunny.
Yeah. You're mothering the bunny.
Yeah. Or is the bunny speaking through you? Right?
Yeah.
It's how I'm.
Who are we talking to?
It's how I'm keeping myself from
Oh
crying.
my God.
Yeah.
You're possessed by the
Yeah.
bunny, and the bunny is like actually like a really good therapist somehow.
Yeah. I think you are going to have a mental breakdown.
Me?
Like, yeah, specifically you.
Thanks.
But you will have one while you're a parent.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And you just go through it.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's.
And hopefully you don't shake it.
Or you can be an example to your kid on how to navigate that. Because it's gonna go down.
Yeah, me and Maria aren't perfect at home. Like, we have times where we're pretty stressed and snap at each other, or like, you know, like have some tears, and we do our best. Like, it's not like we are a mess in front of Isabel or anything like that, but that's the whole thing, is she has us up level ourselves. And it's like, it's just kind of like if you have a job, there's a certain way you have to show up at your job. And the fact that they pay you means you make yourself presentable and able to show up and do your job, barring emergencies. Mm-hmm. Parenting is the same thing. It's just a
But
job.
you're not getting paid.
You're actually spending a lot of money.
All right, capitalist. It's just about the love and the time and the meaning in your life. No big deal.
Right.
You know.
No, this is funny because Janan was telling me about like this whole mental breakdown she'd had like I think it was a couple weeks ago or something.
Mm-hmm.
And you were trying to like, the conversation started out with you trying to convince me that I should have kids. And then you started talking about this mental breakdown. I'm like, you're really selling it.
I truly believe that we must go through hardship in order to have more meaningful lives.
If you
Now-
ask our mom, she'll say you actually want to go through hardship. You crave for that to happen to you.
I agree with
I
that.
haven't heard her say that one.
I agree.
And I was like, I don't want fucking bad shit to happen to me.
No. Well, we are like human. If we don't have something challenging us, and it doesn't, I'm not saying it needs to be I'm not saying you need to have like tragic things. We shouldn't have tragic things happen to us. They're just going to happen though. That's one reality. Mm-hmm. But like we as humans crave some kind of challenge, or we get bored. And when you get bored, it's like, well, now what?
Yeah. No pain, no gain.
Well, and then it leads to like the 7 deadly sins, like gluttony, and what's the other one? Lust and
Sloth,
Anger.
Sloth,
Was
anger.
Yeah. Jealous. I don't remember all
envy.
of them.
Envy. I think we got 5. I wasn't raised to this. I don't know this. There's a weird one. One of them's weird.
They're all kind of weird.
They're weird. But
They're not. I'm pretty sure. Like
Pride, greed, wrath, envy, lust, gluttony, and sloth.
Okay.
So I think we got all of them except pride.
No, we didn't say. Well, we said something instead of wrath.
That's anger.
Yeah.
Like being mad.
I think you said rage.
Or like murder.
I love the word wrath. It really describes what it is.
Yeah.
It does.
Because it's good to be anger is a good emotion. Wrath isn't.
Yeah, I am really uncomfortable with anger.
So my Menty
Like-
was because of a bunch of suppressed anger. Fun fact.
You're uncomfortable with expressing your anger or other people's anger.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
I get very upset if other people around me are angry.
You're really pissing me off.
See, I'm fine with frustration. I feel fine with like even like not petty anger, but just like anger about like the traffic. You know what I'm saying? Or like anger about like someone telling a too crass joke. But because that's not real. That's not wrath. But the feeling of like the anger I have towards some of my teachers and things that happened to me as a kid, there's a part of me that is so uncomfortable with that feeling of anger. I warp it right away into, but it made me who I am. You know, like I warp it right into like something inspiring, and I use it to teach my yoga classes with. Like, look at this lesson.
Yeah.
And I just skipped over ever feeling it. And if I skip over ever feeling it, it does have to come out.
You have
And
to
it's
feel.
very uncomfortable. Anger for me is I'm fine feeling sad. I'm not fine. I don't like it. But like that feeling of like
It's easier
your
to be
chest hurts
sad.
so bad
Yeah.
because I'm sad. Like I get it, and I'll cry a lot, and a few days later I'll feel better. But anger, I'm like, I feel like I'm going to come unglued, and that's when I'm like, I think this is not safe. Like anger has me not feel safe, which makes sense.
Yeah, because you can do a lot of
People who feel
dangerous
angry.
things in anger.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried breaking shit?
Mm-hmm.
Is it fun? Do you like it? Did it help?
No, because it had no.
I mean, in like a specialized setting, not like your own stuff.
Rage room.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about,
Okay.
and no, because in the times where the anger was actually coming up and out, nothing was fun. Like those things they ever like, come here and rage and break out. You're probably not in your deepest, darkest moment in that moment, because then they want to have very good reviews.
When I went to a rage room, it wasn't necessarily fun. It was just like getting it out somehow.
Yeah.
You know, like I wasn't in there like, yeah, ha, ha, ha.
Well,
Like I was like,
Yeah, I should maybe try one of those. I punched a lot of things because I'm really like cool at punching.
did you ever punch a hole in a wall like a
No, I had a
toxic
I had
man?
a legit punching bag, like
Oh,
a
that's
very
sick.
very heavy one, and
Okay,
would punch until I like hurt.
don't
my
call your
shoulder.
wife that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The bunny is
The
not
bunny, the bunny.
pleased. We can't make jokes. We can't make jokes. No, so is it like a hanging bag in your house?
Yeah, I used to have
Okay.
it installed in the garage, and it was for recreation. Like I'm a martial artist. I hate saying that, but
It's annoying to say artist
I know.
instead of
Yeah.
saying I do martial arts.
But I do so many different ones that I can't be like. I used to do professional taekwondo, and then I did some boxing and some Muay Thai. So
Okay.
anyway, I'm very good at hitting things.
Did you ever do like with other people like wrestling?
Yeah, I
and
was.
stuff?
Well, no, I was I was training for the 2008 Olympics for what is it called? Olympic style taekwondo.
You were training for the Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, I
And
didn't
then
know
I
that.
started doing drugs.
That
don't
actually
let
usually
you do
helps
that and
people
go
go
to
to
the
the
Olympics.
Olympics.
Well, I was
sometimes.
I was a delinquent teenager, so it wasn't like performance enhancing drugs. I was just like, I had a really rough teen years because my rebellion came out. But I like convinced myself that my rebelling was actually very good. Like I was the sane good one, and the world was messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's valid. I think a lot of teenagers have that
Mm-hmm.
that moment. Like,
So.
I deserve this.
It ruined.
Or
my
this is
sports
what I
career.
should be doing. I'm young. This is when I should be fucking up. I told myself that a lot in college. Like,
And still.
no, now I feel guilty. No, but in college I was like, this is the time to do all of these drugs and like make a lot of mistakes.
I mean, you're kind of
because
right, honestly.
If I don't do it now,
You're gonna do it.
I'm
When
gonna
you're
do
a
it when I'm
mom.
40.
I guess that's what I'm gonna do because I never felt that way.
No, not everyone needs to.
Yeah,
do it.
okay.
That's
Thank
not,
you.
no. Mm-mm.
Well,
I
Yeah.
was scared of losing control of any
No,
way.
like one of my siblings is like never had that urge, never will. Yeah, so
Yeah, I think I lost my train of thought. It's because of all the drugs I did. Yeah, and it's gone. It's completely gone.
well,
Okay, cool.
I'm also the oldest of 3 other kids, and I felt like their mom. And every now and then, my back when they were little, my sisters would call me mom by accident sometimes.
Really?
I took care of them a lot. Yeah.
What's the age gap between you guys?
So me and my brother, we're only like 3 years apart, so it was more sibling vibes. But then my younger two, 9, like almost 10 and 12 years apart. So I was a teenager when like they were. So I got a hardship license and started driving early because my parents both worked around the clock, and then I was homeschooled in high school.
What's a hardship license?
You can start driving at 14 because you have
Oh.
to take care of younger people
Oh my gosh,
or
I didn't
go to
know
school.
they had that.
Mm-hmm.
It's hardship is a really good name for what that is.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good name.
Yeah, we struggled after 2001.
What
Why?
happened?
The being Muslim in America
What
in
happened that
2001
year?
wasn't
Yeah.
great, and then something else happened economically around that time, and we just we were just not doing very well. So
How old were you in 2001? You were
okay, hold on, I was in 8th grade.
okay,
Like
so like
13,
13, 14.
No, I was always the youngest one in my class because I skipped a grade, so 13 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't really remember it. I was like 3, so.
Yeah, no, I super remember it. I was wearing a hijab like out and about as a young Muslim like teen,
Yeah.
and then 9/11 happened.
Yeah. People
And then
didn't
I was
like
like,
that probably.
oh no, like stop looking at me. I'm just here at the library.
Yeah, and nothing to do with it, I swear.
Yeah, I wore hijab from ages 13 to 17. So anyway, yeah, my siblings were much younger than me, and I was homeschooled because I got kicked out of high school for being a little too naughty because it was an Islamic school. Yeah, and so then my parents were like, "Hey, we don't trust you to go to American public school because you'll just fall in with the wrong crowd and like probably do things you're not supposed to do. So you can go to dual credit community college and the other courses homeschooled." So I did like correspondence courses where I would get my books in the mail and like do my homework and then just send it.
Yeah, so they sent you to a place where people could actually buy alcohol.
Yep. And so, and guess what I did? The first class. Guess what? I immediately found a kind of hillbilly lady in her 40s and was like, and was still like wearing hijab and everything, which is like a 14-year-old was just like, "Hey, can you just buy me beer? I want to taste it." And she was like, "Sure."
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I would not fold that easily.
No, she was.
What would it take for you to buy beer for a 14-year-old?
$1 million. No, I would not do that.
No, I would never do that.
Buy a beer for a 14-year-old? I had to do it for like $1,000. That is
That's,
not-
so
that's,
wait, that's
you wouldn't
bad-
say
that's
the
your
N-word, but
ethical-
you would get a child drunk.
buy them one. We said buy them one beer. I never said get them drunk.
Well,
I'm not gonna get them a hopadillo.
One
I'll
of
get
these
them like a
things
Bud
is
Light.
illegal to do.
Yeah.
One is not.
Well, maybe one other one should be.
You're right. You're that First Amendment. We're coming for you.
I like how. Okay, y'all realize you've taken the position of like, hey, you don't want to say the N-word, you fool.
No, that's not the position I've taken. I just actually think buying alcohol for a stranger child is worse than saying the N-word.
Buying one Bud Light, because that's what I got bought, was a Bud Light. Buying one Bud Light for a 14-year-old, I don't care.
Yeah, I just still think that's
Just
worse.
don't do both at the same time.
Would you want
Here you
like
go.
a strange 40-year-old person to buy your child a beer without your knowledge?
No.
Exactly. See how mad she got? Or would you rather they said the N-word to her? Not directed
I
at
like
her,
how,
just
like,
in her presence.
Those are the two options.
All right, you know what? You got me.
You're like, actually, I want to buy my daughter her first beer, not a stranger.
Yeah, that is true, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's. I mean, we're not gonna be those parents that are like, "Let's party." Like, no. But so I'm married into a Latin family, and most of them live in South America, and like the drinking age is a completely different age there. And like
It's
one
12.
of those. No, racist.
It's a hardship drinking
it's
license.
Like 18. That's pretty funny.
Thank you.
And do stand up.
Yeah.
No.
In Germany, it's 16. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in Europe it's like 16. But so like she has cousins, and when we have family functions, because we're all there, like anyone who's like around like 14, 15, 16 can have a beer. So
I feel like if it's less forbidden, it's less enticing to like completely
Exactly.
go off the deep end.
oh, exactly. Yeah. Because I was like, sins are really fun.
Yeah.
Why were these forbidden? I'm gonna do them all.
I'm gonna do all 7.
Yeah, I guess it's
Yes.
it's okay to like be like, you can try this. I don't know. I still feel kind of weird about the whole thing because it's like it's poison. And
It's
like
societal poison.
Words are poison too, Tess.
I think, well, the reason I listened to a podcast recently where like it was 2 comedians talking. One was like, "What's your vice? Like, what is your vice?" And the guy was like, "Why are you so obsessed with vices?" And he's like, "Here's the thing. Like, if you are like really into alcohol, basically you're getting into poison. Like that is your hobby is poison. Like that's your thing. Like, and I just getting put in those words, I was like, yeah, like it's not great.
Have you stopped drinking?
No.
it's mild poison.
No, I haven't.
Just like some of the things we eat.
Exactly.
But it did make me be like, maybe I
peppers
should
are poison.
stop. Well, the first 2 months of this year, I didn't drink at all. And I felt really great. So I have been considering like just not doing it at all anymore. We'll see.
I don't really care that much because I don't have an addiction to it. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying you do. I just like try not to put too much stock in it and, be in the middle path, basically.
No, I definitely don't have an addiction to it. It's just one of those things where I'm like, during that time, I just felt better. You just will feel better if you aren't consuming any poison at all.
Yeah.
I have had times where I don't have any for a while, and then I switch back to doing it, and I actually have no difference.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I will feel worse if I'm stressed. Like, things that stress me out, I'll wake up the next day, like, that's when I feel like I'm a train wreck. Is like, if I've been stressing about something for a while, like, every day I wake up tired. But as soon as that stress is relieved, I'm back to good. And it's always, like, something that's looming in the back of my mind that I'm not really realizing that I'm stressed about. Like, everything.
Everything is stressful sometimes.
Well, let's end on that really happy note.
Hey, wait. I want to end on this. You feel a little bit more inspired to have a kid now?
I do. Well, I actually had a quick question if we have time. Because I was talking to my fiance last night. I was like, I'm going to talk to a gay mom. Do you want to ask anything?
Oh, I love that.
And I don't know why she picked this question, but she was like, can you ask about like adopting versus giving birth? Like, is it worth it to give birth? And I was like, first of all, the person we're talking to did not give birth. And second of all, I would be the one giving birth because she has like a really fucked up back. Like, she should not be carrying a baby, but
I only laughed because I wasn't expecting you to say that. Sorry. I don't know.
Why are you laughing at her fiance's fucked up back?
Sorry. I was just caught off guard.
You're good. Yeah.
Do you want to? Does the idea of being pregnant at all have you be like, oh?
I think it sounds really scary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not closed off to it.
Mm-hmm.
She's interested in adoption because both of her parents were adopted.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, I never thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. But you do
want to think about things in a pragmatic way as well, which is how we circled into exactly how we ended up having Isabel. And are we over an hour? Should I say this incredibly fast?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a couple minutes.
Yeah.
I'll say this so it's not that long.
Hurry.
Adoption is. This is making me go much longer. Cut this part out later. Are you good at editing?
I'm not. I don't edit anything.
Okay, it's fine. I'm sorry, crowd that's listening. Oh my god.
I'll only bleep things out if you're like, I didn't want anyone to hear that name.
Yeah.
I'm fine with everything I've said so far. Adoption is a process that is pretty challenging. You always get a brand new baby. You might get like a toddler. And so like then you have to decide like, is that what we want our parenthood journey to look like? And if it does want to be something where I'm like, well, I would like it to be something that I like created from conception. That is much easier to do than adoption if you're doing it with your own body. It's probably less expensive to do it with your own body. Adoption can be expensive. There's a lot of hurdles to jump through. There's a lot of third parties to deal with having it inside of your own body. Unfortunately, they've made it a very easy business. Fucking capitalism. But you just buy sperm and choose a fertility clinic, and they receive the sperm, and then they put you through IVF. That's where you're playing a balancing game, because IVF's challenging on its own. It's uncomfortable at best, and sometimes painful. And like you have to do a lot of shots, like more than 10 weeks every day of shots, and that's after doing them 5 weeks every day with a much smaller needle. And then it might not work.
Cool.
Yeah. So
okay, I think I have clarity.
Yeah. So it's not like it's with adoption. I would just like do a lot of research on it. There is also, you can just let a guy do it to you. That's a possibility. You could just go to sleep.
Oh my god. It can be date raped.
No, the bunny said it.
Yeah, no, I don't think
we'll do that method.
No.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But you can also have him just do it, jerk off in a bathroom, and then take it warm, and then she puts it in you, and then you're pregnant.
We have talked about that one.
Yeah, you can do
would
that.
be fine.
Yeah, and you'd have to might try over and over again. You'd want to make sure that your contract is legally binding with that man, and then you will have to legally adopt the kid because of the process that you did it through.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess you could also
Combo meal. You can do both.
You could get a sperm donation from a person that you know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the man in the bathroom. Hopefully he's
and
not a stranger.
Instead of, but you could send him to the
Clinic.
to drop off the donation.
Well, then you're doing IVF. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Is IVF's at a clinic, and it's going to be a lot of needles and what? And then there's, I don't remember what it's called, but then there's turkey baster method.
Yeah.
The recording stopped.
So you're going to start again. We're going to end real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you all for having me.
Thank you so much for coming
Yeah,
on and
thank you.
explaining, IVF and the adoption process.
There's so much to talk about.
Yeah.
We can talk offline.
Okay, cool. Is there anything you'd like to promote?
Yes, tell them about your new club.
Okay, so I am the proud owner of a new comedy club in Houston called the Den Comedy Club. Please say the whole name because unfortunately, annoyingly, there's another place called the Den. And a lot of people keep driving to it. So it's the Den Comedy Club. TheDenComedyClub.com or at the Den Comedy Club. I co-own it with a fellow comedian named Onkar. He is a feminist. And I'm going to say that for him and he's going to shut up.
We're going to have him on next week to rebuttal that.
would
Are you
kill
a feminist,
him.
Onkar?
I would kill him. No, he's a great guy, and he's really in it with me with wanting to make sure that we have a space that's safe and inclusive, and also just really good for comedy. So we opened a month ago, and obviously we'd like to stay open forever. So please come and see us sometime.
It's an awesome club.
Yeah.
I just performed there 2 nights ago. I think it was my 3rd time there. Every single time I've had a blast. The room is so cool. I love it.
We try to make a night, like, it's not like I'm saying all comedy clubs are like trashy or anything like that, but I wanted to make something that felt like people would dress up to go on their date night out to this kind of place.
Definitely.
So it's a little like romance vibes.
Also, I love how the downstairs is like a living room coffee shop vibe. Like there is still alcohol there, but it's more cozy, less divey.
Yeah, it's a nice place in general. And we are technically a speakeasy, so you won't know where to find us unless you get tickets. And you show up into the building, and then you'll figure it out.
That makes it a little bit sexy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah. Anything else you want to plug?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for coming on. Hannah, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Thanks,
I respect that.
Yes,
listeners.
thank you.
Thanks for listening to
Watchers.
another episode of What Moms Say. We'll see you next Thursday. Bye.
Bye.